Okay, good morning students. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம பார்க்க வேண்டியது என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா reproduction in plants. That is a lesson. First lesson in a botany, the second 25%. Here there's asexual and sexual reproduction in plants. You have to see what are the content it will present in a first lesson. The first one, asexual reproduction. First one is asexual reproduction and vegetative reproduction, sexual reproduction, free fertilization structure and events, fertilization and post-fertilization structure and events, apomixis, polyembryony and parthenocarpy. These are the contents you have to study very detailed in manner in a first lesson. Okay, you have to see. Here there is a reproduction is a process, that is a process in which the new offsprings are only produced in that category. So there is a essential features of all living things on the earth is reproduction. All the living organism, all the living things on the earth is called reproduction. Essential features. Reproduction is vital process for the existence of a species, and it also brings suitable changes through variation in the offspring for their survival on earth. This is the way the reproduction is very essential. So the plant reproduction is important not only for its own survival but also for the continuation and existence of all other organisms. Since latter directly or indirectly depend on plants, reproduction also play an important role in evolution. Reproduction, it play an important role in evolution. Okay, here in this unit you have to study about the reproduction in plants. Here the basically reproduction occurring in organism fall under the two major categories. First one is asexual reproduction, second one is sexual reproduction. In that category, asexual reproduction, here the reproduction method which helps the perpetuate its own species without the involvement of gametes, that is referred to as asexual reproduction. What do you mean by asexual reproduction? The gametes are not involved. The producing the offspring is called asexual reproduction. In the earlier class, in the first to 11th standard, we have studied in the first unit of class 11th standard, we studied the asexual reproduction and examples also there. Okay, here something about the reproduction is one of the attributes of living things, and the different types of reproduction have also been discussed. In a lower plants, fungus and animals, so different methods of asexual reproduction it will occur. Some of the methods includes formation of conidia, the aspergillus and penicillium for example for that one. Then budding, yeast and hydra, fragmentation, spirogyra, production of gemma, margantia, regeneration, flaneria and binary fission, bacteria. These are the lower organisms mostly used for different types of asexual reproduction. It will occur in that category. Okay, here the individuals formed by this method is morphologically and genetically identical, and that are called clones. What are called clones? The individuals formed by this method is morphologically and genetically identical and are called clones. In a higher plants also reproduce asexually by different methods which are given below. By the vegetative reproduction, natural methods. In a vegetative reproduction, natural vegetative reproduction is a form of asexual reproduction in which a bud grows and develops into a new plant. The buds may be formed in organs such as root, stem and leaf. At some stages, the new plant gets detached from the parent plant and start to develop a new plant. Some of the organs involved in the vegetative reproduction also serve as the organs of storage, and there is a penetration. The unit of reproductive structure used in propagation is called reproductive propagals or diaspores. Some of the organs that helps in vegetative reproductions are in a figure. Okay, later it will see that a figure. So vegetative reproduction in roots. The roots, some of the plants develop vegetative and adventitious buds on them. For example, Moraya, Dalbergia, Melancholia. Some tuberous adventitious roots apart from developing buds also store food material. Example, Ipomia, Petalans and Dahlia. Roots possessing buds become detached from the parent plant and grow into independent plant under suitable conditions. Okay, the next one, vegetative reproduction in stem. Here you are familiar with the structure of various underground stem and subaerial stem modification. Here the rhizome, Musa paradisiaca, Syngiber officinalis and Curcuma lavanga. Calm, there is Amorpholis and Colocasia. These are the some of the calm and rhizomes also there. And tuber, Solanum tuberosum, bulb Allium ciba and Lilium, runner Centella isetica, stolen Mentha and Fragaria, upset Pistia and Icarnia, Sucker, Chrysanthemum and bulbils Diasphoria and Agave. The axillary buds from the nodes of rhizome and eyes of tuber give rise to a new plants also there. Okay, the next one is vegetative reproduction in leaves. Here in a Bryophyllum, it's a good example for reproduction in leaf. Here in some plants, adventitious buds are developed on their leaves. When they are detached from the parent plant, they grow into a new individual plants. Example, Bryophyllum, Cilia and Begonia. In Bryophyllum, the leaf is succulent and notched on its margin. Adventitious buds develop at these notches and are called epiplus buds. Underline that word, epiplus bud. What are epiplus buds? They develop into a new plants forming a root system and become independent plants when the leaf gets decayed. Cilia is a bulbous plant and grows in sandy soils. The foliage leaves are long and narrow and epiplus buds develop at their tips. The buds develop into new plants when they touch the soil. The next one is, this is the diagram for rhizome, ginger, pistia, Icarnia, Chrysanthemum and also the Bryophyllum also there. Onion, bulbils, calm and also Chrysanthemum, Icarnia. These are the tuber example for the stem, leaf and root propagations. Okay. The next one is, what are the advantages of natural reproduction, natural vegetative reproduction? What are the advantages of natural vegetative reproduction is there? Here there is some of the advantages are listed out here. Only one parent is required for propagation. Here this type of reproduction, only one parent is very essential for reproduction. The new individual plants product are genetically identical. In some of the plants, this enables to spread rapidly. Example, Spinifex. Then horticulturists and farmers utilize these organs of natural vegetative reproduction for cultivation and to harvest plants in large scale. These are the advantages of vegetative reproduction. Okay, the next one is, what are the disadvantages of vegetative reproduction? Only one is that there is no genetic variation. It will occur in this formation of new plants. New plants produced here, no genetic variation. It will occur in the natural vegetative reproduction. That is the disadvantages of natural vegetative reproduction. Okay, thank you students. Okay, next class we can see there is another topic. Thank you students. 100.